Hi everyone, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಕಲ್ಪನಾ ನೇವಪಾನೆ. I am going to teach about endotracheal intubation. Introduction. The endotracheal tube is a flexible plastic tube that is placed through the mouth into the trachea windpipe to help a patient breathe. The endotracheal tube is connected to a ventilator which delivers oxygen to the lungs. The process of inserting the tube is called endotracheal intubation. Endotracheal intubation provides an artificial medium between the atmosphere and the patient trachea. Definition of intubation. A patient who requires a maneuver to establish a patient airway or who easily tolerates an oral airways probably requires intubation for protection of that airway, unless temporary or readily reversible conditions such as opioid overdose is present. Condition for intubation: failure to maintain or protect the airway, failure of ventilation or oxygenation, anticipated clinical course and likelihood of deterioration are the condition for intubation. Determination of ventilatory failure: clinical assessment, pulse oximeter with or without capnography. Capnography is the partial pressure of carbon dioxide in the respiratory gases. Observation of improvement or deterioration in the patient clinical condition are the determination of ventilatory failure. Obstruction or opacity: visualization of the glottis or intubation itself mechanically impossible. Because of opacity, glottis may not be seen clearly and intubation becomes difficult. Epiglottis, head and neck cancer, Ludwig's angina, neck hematoma or glottis polyps may obstruct during intubation. Ludwig's angina, a condition marked by severe pain in the chest, often also spreading to the shoulders, arms, and neck, caused by an inadequate blood supply to the heart. Neck hematoma is caused by blunt neck trauma that is serious enough to cause dissection of the carotid artery or bleeding from a soft tissue injury. Examine the patient for airway obstruction and assess the patient voice to satisfy this evaluation step. Neck mobility. Neck mobility is desirable for any intubation technique and is essential for positioning the patient for optimal direct laryngoscope. Neck mobility is assessed with the patient flexation and extension of the head and neck through a full range of motion. Neck mobility means movement of neck. Problems inherent to intubation: laryngoscopy and intubation. Increased bronchospasm. Bronchospasm is the sudden constriction of the muscles in the walls of bronchioles. Increased ICP, intracranial pressure. Increased catecholamine release. Catecholamine is a hormone made by our adrenal gland which are located on top of our kidney. Are the problems inherent to intubation? A, B, C, D, E, F. Airway, breathing, circulation, disability, expected course, feral. Airway: mouth and neck infection, tumors, foreign bodies, bleeds, example stridor, phonation, swallowing, secretion, dyspnea. Breathing: failure of oxygenation or ventilation, often amenable to medical and non-invasive therapies. Failure of oxygenation is responsible to medical and non-invasive therapies. Circulation: support tissue oxygen delivery by unloading the muscle of respiration. Disability: CNS catastrophes and CNS depression, ongoing seizures, weakness. CNS catastrophes is a severe injury to the spine, spinal cord, or brain and may also include skull. CNS depression is a physiological state that can result in a decreased rate of breathing, decreased heart rate, and loss of consciousness, possibly leading to coma or death. Expected course: anticipated decline, transfer to radiology or another institution. Feral: need for prompt aggressive sedation to protect patient, others especially with potential or undiagnosed medical instability. Laryngoscopes. A laryngoscope is an instrument used to view larynx and adjacent structures, most commonly for introducing tube into the trachea. This instrument is used to observe larynx and proper insertion of the tube into the trachea. Laryngoscopes can be considered under two broad headings: retractor type like the Macintosh laryngoscope, fiberoptic laryngoscope. Types: rigid fiber optic laryngoscope. These are manufactured either as single piece or separate detachable blade and handle. For detachable handle and blade, the light source is energized when blade and handle are locked in operating position. This type of laryngoscope can be found in single piece or in detachable state. Rigid laryngoscope has two parts, handle and blade. Handle. It provides the power source of the light. Most often, this is from disposable batteries. The handle is a part that is held in the hand during use. Blade. The blade is a component that is inserted into the mouth. When a blade is available in more than one size, blades are numbered, with the number increasing with size. The parts of blade includes base, heel, spatula or tongue, flange, wave and light source. Size, intended use: 000 for small premature infant, 00 for premature infant, 0 for neonate, 1 for small child, 2 for child, 3 for adult, 4 for large adult, 5 for extra large adult. Types of blade: Macintosh blade, left-handed Macintosh blade, improved vision Macintosh blade, polio blade, oxypod Macintosh blade, MacPod, tool Macintosh, Fink blade, Bizarre Guyfrida blade, Miller blade, oxypod Miller blade, tool Miller blade, Matthews blade, Albert's blade, double angle blade, flexible tip blade, curved blade. Flexible fiber optic laryngoscope. The flexibility of this device means that they can be made to follow virtually any anatomical space to return on image at the object. Complication of laryngoscope: dental injury, damage to soft tissue and nerves, injury to cervical spinal cord, circulatory changes, swallowing or aspiration of foreign body, shock or burns, laryngoscope malfunctions, disease transmission, TMJ dislocation. TMJ means temporomandibular joint. TMJ dislocation occurs when the condyle of the jaw moves over out of its functional position within the glenoid fossa and posterior articular image into a position in front of this structure. Definition of RSI: rapid sequence intubation, virtually simultaneously administration of a potent sedative agent and a neuromuscular blocking agent to induce unconsciousness and motor paralysis for tracheal intubation. Beneficial effect of RSI: tight heads, intracranial pathology, tight hearts or tight vessels, cardiovascular disease, tight lungs, reactive airways disease. 7 P's of rapid sequence intubation: preparation, pre-oxygenation, pre-treatment, paralysis with intubation, positioning and protection, placement of tube, post-intubation management. Preparation: monitor pulse oximetry, blood pressure, BP, cardiac rhythm. At least one functioning IV line, preferable to VVM Yankever suction, in tidal carbon dioxide, CO2 capnography. Before intubation, all these things should be monitored. BVM Yankever suction is an oral suctioning tool used in medical procedure. Pre-oxygenation: 3 minutes of normal tidal volume breathing or 8 vital capacity breaths with 100% oxygen. Use non-rebreathing NRB oxygen max if 100% O2 source not available. Prevent desaturation during intubation. Pre-treatment: lidocaine 1.5 mg per kg IV. Reduce intracranial and bronchospastic response to laryngoscopy in patients with elevated intracranial pressure ICP or reactive airways disease. Lidocaine is an anesthetic having a numbing effect and are used to block pain. Fentanyl 3 mg per kg IV over 1 minute reduces sympathetic response, elevated heart rate HR and blood pressure BP, 2. Intubation in patients with elevated ICP, intracranial hemorrhage, cardiac ischemia, or aortic dissection. Fentanyl is an opioid used as a pain medication and together with other medication for anesthesia. Bicuronium bromide 0.01 mg per kg IV or pancuronium bromide blunts ICP elevation caused by succinylcholine in patient with elevated ICP. Bicurium bromide is a medication used as a part of general anesthesia to provide skeletal muscle relaxation during surgery or mechanical ventilation. Succinylcholine, a synthetic compound used as a short-acting muscle relaxant and local anesthetic. Atropine. Consider pretreatment with atropine in children under age 1. Paralysis with induction. One of the following induction agent or equivalent given rapid IV push prior to paralysis. Etomidate 0.3 mg per kg IV. Amlodazolum 0.3 mg per kg IV. Ketamine hydrochloride 1.5 mg per kg IV. Propofol 1 to 2 mg kg IV. Paralytic agent by IV push immediately after induction agent. Succinylcholine 1.5 mg per kg IV. Rocuronium 1 mg per kg IV if succinylcholine contraindicated. Positioning and protection. Celiac maneuver. Firm pressure on cricoid cartilage to prevent gastric regurgitation. Should be applied as soon as consciousness lapses and be maintained throughout intubation until tube placement confirmed. A common error to apply pressure to the thyroid cartilage. Placement of tube. Insert endotracheal tube with direct visualization of the vocal cords. Inflate cuff. Confirm endotracheal tube is in the trachea using in-tidal CO2 capnography. Auscultate lungs bilaterally to ensure right main stem intubation has not occurred. Secure endotracheal tube with tape. Release celiac maneuver. Post-intubation management. Chest X-ray to assess placement of endotracheal tube. Tips should be at mid-trachea, long-acting sedatives and if necessary paralytics. Lorazepam 0.05 mg per kg IV for sedation. Bicuronium 0.1 mg per kg IV for paralysis. Initiate mechanical ventilation. Sedative. Propofol bolus or drip. Propofol bolus is used to rapidly increase sedation in patients who are not at risk for hypotension. RSI timeline. T-10 minutes. Prepare. T-5 minutes pre-oxygenate. T-3 minutes pre-treat. T equal to 0 paralysis with induction. T plus 30 seconds protection. T plus 45 seconds placement. T plus 90 seconds post-intubation management. Condition. Period of concern. Burns greater than 10% BSA. Body surface area. For burns, period of concern is greater than 5 days until healed. Cross injury greater than 5 days until healed. Cross injury occurs when force or pressure is put on a body part. Denivation, stroke, spinal cord injury. For denivation, period of concern is greater than 5 days until 6 months post-injury. Neuromuscular disease, ALS, MS, MD, indefinitely. Intra-abdominal sepsis, greater than 5 days until resolution. Intra-abdominal sepsis is an inflammation of the peritoneum caused by pathogenic microorganism and their product.